The 21-22 AHL season will be a go with the Bridgeport Islanders playing 72 games. Who are they going to be playing primarily against, and what are the quality of those teams? The AHL's 21-22 season is a go. They have agreed that somehow some teams are going to play 68 games, some 72, and some 76. For the Bridgeport Islanders and the Atlantic Division, they will be playing 72 games. So who are they playing against, and how good are they, and who should we be worried about on each of those teams? So first, who are they playing against in the Atlantic Division? Now, bear in mind, we don't know what the schedule looks like, so they haven't said if there's going to be interdivisional play. So let's just assume they're only playing in the Atlantic Division for now, as they did last year, although last year was only two other teams they were playing against. This time, there are 8 teams playing in the division. The Islanders will be there, the Charlotte Checkers, which is the Florida Panthers AHL affiliate, the Hartford Wolfpack for the Rangers, the Hershey Bears for the Washington Capitals, the Lehigh Valley Phantoms, that's for Philadelphia. Let me pronounce that a little bit better. The Lehigh Valley Phantoms, there we go. The Providence Bruins for the Boston Bruins, Springfield Thunderbirds, that's the St. Louis Blues affiliate, and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, which is the Pittsburgh Penguins affiliate. Now, how did they do last year? That might give us a sense of like the quality that they've got in that team. And while I fully well understand that AHL has quite a bit of turnover with prospects going up or coming down or coming in, and veterans leaving for various places, it just gives us a sense of where they were last year and a framework to start considering how good they might be going forward. A few teams didn't play. The Springfield Thunderbirds didn't play, nor did the Charlotte Checkers. The rest of the division did. Hershey Bears were the best team in the AHL with a 24-7-2 record. Providence was the fourth best team in the entire AHL last year, 21-9-1 and 2. Lehigh Valley, fifth best, 15-6-2-2. Hartford, ninth best. So already we've got 4 teams in the top 10 in our division. Awesome. Hartford was 14-9-1-0. Wilkes-Barre, we start seeing a difference here. 19th with 13-13-4-2 record. And the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, now Islanders, 27th out of 28 teams, mind you, with an 8-14-2-0 record. So we know who they're playing against. We also now know how good those teams were if they played last year. Now, I wanted to add an extra level to that. How good are the prospect pools for those teams? It's just an interesting wrinkle to add to the mix to say, all right, is that organization going to be able to pull players into their AHL squad from a deep prospect talent or prospect pool or not? So here's how each team within the division ranked based off of Scott Wheeler's rankings for The Athletic. You have Boston at 31 out of 31 teams, so they don't have a lot of depth to bring into the AHL squad. And I don't even have an X factor or a guy I think could step in and make an impact for the Boston Bruins or the Providence Bruins, because most of their talent is already there, right? You got Beechers is there, you've got Swayman was already there, Steen, like they're all there already. So there's not really, I want to say like a top tier talent that's going to be stepping in from either a junior level, a college level, or a European level to essentially take over at the Boston level. Now, Boston Bruins fans, you might be able to tell me otherwise, but as far as I can tell, there's not a top tier prospect that's going to be making the jump from a junior or exterior pro level to the AHL. Then you have the Pittsburgh Penguins that are ranked 29th overall, according to Scott Wheeler. So not great, but we expect that from the Pittsburgh Penguins. We know that they're not really stockpiling first overall picks or even second overall picks. They're trading those to bring in veteran players like Jeff Carter and so on and so forth. But they still got a guy that can come in Samuel Poulin, who played at the QMJHL level last year and was very effective in doing so and very productive as well. He could very well step into the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins organization and perform well. So that's the guy we're going to have to watch out for when it comes to the Penguins. Then we go to the Islanders, who are 28th overall. And the guy that I picked out for the Islanders is Robin Salo. Now, I don't think he's going to make the NHL this year for the Islanders. I really don't. If it's anyone that's going to be making it from the Islanders prospect pool up into the AHL level, it's probably going to be Samuel Bolduc. It's not to say that Robin Salo doesn't have a chance. I just think that Samuel Bolduc's North American professional experience and already playing within the Islanders organization is going to give him a leg up. Now, I'm not saying he's guaranteed to play for the team, but of any prospect that is going to make the leap from the AHL to the NHL for the New York Islanders, it's going to be Samuel Bolduc, which means that Robin Salo is probably going to be playing at the AHL level, where he should do very well. He did very well playing with pros in Sweden. And like the quality of talent in Sweden is, I would say, comparable to the AHL. It's not the same type of surface at all. It's not the same type of game, but the quality of opponents is there. Next is the St. Louis Blues ranking. They're 26th overall. So already you can see that we're not dealing with, within this division, a lot of really deep talent pools. And the one guy that I would pick out for them is Nikita Alexandrov. Now, he already played at the AHL level this year. He had 5 points in 7 games for the Utica Comets. Now that they're going to be playing in, what is it, Seattle? No, it's going to be Springfield, sorry. They're making so many changes to who's under who that I'm having a hard time following. But it's the Springfield Thunderbirds for the St. Louis Blues. Anyways, we have Alexandrov putting up 5 points in 7 games, which is really damn good. That is really good for a guy who's just coming over from the Liga level, where he had 9 points in 28 games for Cuckoo. Now, keep in mind, Cuckoo wasn't a very good team at the Liga level. Still, you know, you don't expect he puts 9 points in 28 games that he's going to be near a point per game player at the AHL level. So things to look for next year with Alexandrov. Next is the Washington Capitals, who are ranked 23rd by Scott Wheeler. The one guy that I picked out for them is Alexander Alexeyev. He comes from Russia, but has already played in North America, specifically for the Hershey Bears, both last year and this year. Last year had a pretty good season, right? 21 points, 58 games. Went to Russia for the year, had 16 points in 55 games for Salavat Ufa. Salavat Ulayev Ufa, where he was out on loan. Came back after that was done, had 9 points in 12 games for Hershey Bears, who were the best team in the AHL. They put up a ton of points, and clearly he was a benefactor of that. But he also drove play for them as well. He might make the NHL for the Washington Capitals, but if he stays at the AHL level at least one more year, so next year, I would expect him to have a huge role and a huge impact, not only for the Hershey Bears, but within this division. So the Islanders are going to have to look out for him. Next is the Florida Panthers, and there's a big jump here. So we went from the Washington Capitals at 23rd overall. The Florida Panthers are 9th overall in the entire NHL. And the one guy that I picked up it was easy. The first guy on the list is Anton Lundell. Absolute dynamite player out in Finland at the junior level. And by junior level, I mean the World Junior Championship level. Absolutely dynamite player. Not only is he productive going forward, he's a controlling center. He's big. He's strong. He's creative. Just absolutely dynamite. I expect him to have a good AHL season. I'm assuming he's coming over. I don't see why he wouldn't. Maybe before I talk, I should look at their contract situation. I'm pretty sure he signed his ELC. Yes, he has. Starts next year. Perfect. Yeah, he's coming over, and he's going to have a pretty productive year at the AHL level. Assuming that's where he's going to go, I don't see him going straight from Finland right into the NHL playing under Coach Q. While possible, I don't see it happening. The only case I can see him for him going directly to the NHL is he carries a $925,000 cap hit, and the Florida Panthers need some cap relief. So that would be the only reason he goes, aside from the fact that he is a talented player. But I fully well expect that he will play at the AHL level next year. The last team here is the New York Rangers. They're the second ranked prospect pool according to Scott Wheeler. And the one guy I picked out is Nils Lundqvist. He's coming over from Sweden, just like Lundell. His ELC starts next year, and he had one hell of a productive season for Lufa. I'm just going to bring it up if I can. My typing is a little slow here. Nils Lundqvist. There we go. So he played for Lufa, and he's a defenseman, and he's one hell of a good one. He put up, here it is, my God, screen's jumping all over the place, 14 goals, 32 points in 52 games at the SHL level. And like he's 20. He's 20 years old, playing with pros, mind you. So if we're high on, we being Islanders fans, high in Robin Salo for his productivity, this kid is 2 years younger, and while not exactly as productive, pretty damn close. And so that's a really good player coming into what I already consider a strong Hartford team. And now you're adding a puck mover, which I don't think they really had last year. This is going to push the Hartford team up a notch already. He's going to be a star player for them, guaranteed. The Islanders division is going to be difficult next year. There's a lot of good teams there, and a lot of other teams have good prospect pools. The one kind of, let's say, banner of hope that I've got is that the Islanders finished the year very strong. Very strong. Brent Thompson tapped into something with his team at the end of the season that hopefully he takes into the 21-22 season when he's adding pieces like Robin Salo, Colin Adams, and Reese Newkirk. I still think it's going to be hard for the Islanders to, let's say, make the playoffs, even though there's an expanded format in the AHL going forward next year. They're going to find it difficult. But if guys like Salo, Adams, and Newkirk can step in and have the type of performance I think they can do, they might actually make some noise in the Atlantic Division in the AHL next year. Thank you for following along. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you have subscribed, definitely thank you, and we'll see you later.